time to meet Joe and Mabel again, those very human beings. Irving Gaynor Nyman brings you another story in the far from placid lives of Joe, loquacious cabbie, and his spirited girlfriend, and throws in for good measure another glimpse of Sherman, Mabel's kid brother, and, of course, Joe's stalwart cabbie friend, Mike. Well, today we have a look at what happened on St. Valentine's Day. Wait a minute. Here's Joe to tell you all about it.
Well, like I'm telling you, it ain't easy to beat the races, even if it sometimes happens. But when it comes to women, there ain't even any odds. You just can't do it. Now, take around Valentine's Day. You figure everything should be like milk and honey. But like I'm going to show you, it don't all the time work out that way. Well, all this starts about 2 weeks ago. You see, we're standing around the cab, Mike and me and a couple of the other fellas.
They don't bother me none. I can take them or leave them.
Yeah? Who's that, Mike?
Who do you think? The women I'm talking about. If you know how to handle them right, you ain't in trouble.
Oh. All of a sudden you're an expert, is that it? Why don't you tell them about that time with that redhead over in Flatbush?
What about her? You mean Dolly?
Yeah, that's the one, Dolly. Listen, Phil, listen, kid. Mike's over at Dolly's house this time, see? He's sitting with her in the park.
All right. You don't have to shoot off your big mouth to the whole world, do you? I ain't saying I'm right all the time.
You're telling me?
All right, wise guy. How'd you like to know I'm back solid in Flatbush, even after what happened?
Yeah? What are you giving me? Bedtime stories? Look, I bet you're even afraid to go across the Williamsburg Bridge. I gotta tell you this, Phil. You're bust laughing. Mike's out in Flatbush, see?
I tell you, I got it all that fixed now, so you don't have to make up no stories.
You gotta show me, Mike. How'd you do it? Did you buy her a diamond Carrera or something?
Yeah, that shows what you know. Jewelry and all that stuff is all right, but if you want to really get in solid, I got the only way. And it's cheaper, too.
Yeah? What's that?
Yeah, I'll show you what I done. Last week is Valentine's Day, see? So instead of going out
What did you say?
I said instead of me going out and
No, about Valentine's Day. When is it going to be Valentine's Day?
It ain't going to be. It was. Last week on Wednesday it was.
Oh, last week. You kidding or something?
Listen, you want to hear this or don't you? Sure, last week. Look on the calendar.
Oh, I'm a dead pigeon.
How come?
I ain't got a chance.
What's the matter?
Mabel is what's the matter. Mabel. I didn't get nothing for Valentine's Day. So I might as well cut my own throat right now because I'm cooked but good.
You ain't kidding. With the women, Valentine's Day is a bigger holiday even than Christmas. Almost.
Almost. With Mabel, it's like Christmas, the 4th of July, and Washington's birthday all put together. Are you sure it's last week?
Sure, I'm sure. I know because that's when I fixed this thing up with Dolly in Flatbush.
Every year I get her something. A couple pairs of silk stockings, a pair of gloves, or something like that.
Hey, listen, why don't you do the same like I done with Dolly?
What do you mean? To fix it up with Mabel?
I'm telling you, you can buy all the stockings in New York and it won't do you no good. But if you do like I done and write her a poem, you're in the velvet.
Write her a what?
A poem, it's easy. And there ain't nothing gets the women like a poem. That's if you write it yourself and send it with a couple of flowers.
You mean I should write a poem to Mabel with flowers?
Why, sure. What do you think I've done with Dolly?
What?
I write her a poem. None of this printed stuff they got. I write it myself. The next day she calls me up and I'm at her house, eating dinner.
Just like that?
I'm telling you, that's all you gotta do.
Well, you can laugh, but like they say, a dying man grabs at a straw, don't he? And I'm practically a dying man with Mabel. I decide I'll write her a poem. What can I lose? The answer is plenty, but I don't know it then. The next day, Mike and me sitting in the back of the coffee pot, this Sandburg joint where we all the time hang out, and we're composing.
There's nothing to it. All it's got to do is rhyme and come out even at the end.
All right. Now how should I start?
Well, you want to make it simple and sweet.
So?
So, start this way. Find a word that ends with Mabel.
What do you mean, ends with Mabel?
Well, it's got to rhyme like table or something like that.
Oh, I get it. Mabel, table, stable.
That's the idea. No, not stable.
No.
Let me see. Mabel, table, Zabel, sable. Hey, that's it. Sable. That's a kind of a fur coat, ain't it?
Yeah, so?
So it rhymes with Mabel. Wait a minute. I think I got it. Like this. I cannot buy you no jewelry and sables, but still will you be my Valentine, Mabel? How do you like that?
That sounds all right. Let me hear that again.
Well, this ain't it exactly, but it goes like, I cannot buy you no jewels and sables, but will you be my Valentine anyways, Mabel? Like that?
Hey, that sounds real good. And it's the truth, too.
Hey, you better write it down now before you forget.
I can remember it all right. But, wait a minute. I don't see how this squares things with Mabel.
Well, it ain't finished yet. I tell you what.
Yeah?
Next you can use what I sent to Dolly, like this. I'm sending you this little rhyme to ask will you be my Valentine.
Say, I never know you're a poet, Mike.
You want to use that, too?
Sure, the more the better. Maybe I better write it down here.
Yeah.
Now, how's it start again?
Let's see now. It starts, I cannot buy you no jewelry and sables.
Wait a minute. Let me see. I cannot buy...
Joe, what's the good word?
What? Sherman. What are you doing here?
Oh, Mike, what do you think?
Hello, Sherman.
Sherman, I say, what are you doing here?
I'm just passing by. I thought I'd drop in and see what you're doing.
Yeah?
What you writing there, Joe? A letter to somebody,
It's none of your business, Sherman.
Ah, the mystery of the poison pen. The G-man gets his man. Bang, bang. Okay, I got you. Bang, bang.
Sherman. Listen. Did Mabel send you down here to tell me something?
Ah, Romeo, my sister ain't got nothing to do with this. I come down on sort of business.
Yeah? What
Yeah.
kind of business?
Well, Joe, I need 2 bits, old pal. You got it?
Yeah, I got it, and I'm keeping it. Is that all you come in here for?
You won't lend me a lousy 2 bits?
I said no, so if that's all you want, you can beat it.
Yeah, below your hope.
Oh, wise guys, huh? All right for you, Joe. You're going to feel sorry. Let me see what you're writing, huh?
Listen, leave me alone, you little burglar, before...
What? Look out now, Joe.
Beat it, Sherman, you hear me?
Yeah. Joe Spartan, the piker.
What? Wait till I get my hands on you.
Bang, bang, bang. You never touch me.
That kid, that Sherman. Someday I'm gonna... Well, where was we? Let's finish this thing.
All right, it's practically finished. Only don't forget, you write it down in separate lines like on a song sheet. Now, don't ask me why.
Well, we get this poem finished, and I mail it right away to Mabel with no signature like you always do with Valentine's. Here's how it sounds when it's done. I'll read it to you. I cannot buy you no jewels or sables, but all the same, I think you're swell, Mabel. So I am sending you this little rhyme to ask, will you be my Valentine? Will you be mine, my Valentine? That last line I write myself. Well, it looks pretty good to me. Next night, I'm up at Mabel's. I figure here's where I'll find out what's the score.
Oh.
Hello, Mabel. I thought I'd come over and see how you're doing.
Hello, Joey. I'm glad to see you. Come on in.
Yeah, thanks. Well, how you been, baby? I ain't seen you for a week already. I've been pretty busy.
Yeah, me too. I've been busy.
Yeah. Suppose you've been reading a lot?
No, I ain't been reading much. Just thinking about things.
What sort of things, baby? Nice things, huh?
Just things is all. I've got a lot of things on my mind lately.
Sure. I guess things like that don't happen every day, do they?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, things, to get on your mind, like you say.
Yeah. Wait a minute. You insinuating something about my mind? You being subtle or
Oh,
something?
no. What did I say? Nothing.
Okay. I guess I just didn't understand you right.
What's the matter tonight, baby? You look, kind of far away, if you know what I mean.
What'd you say, Joey? I wasn't listening.
Well, like you can see, I'm getting no place. She ain't saying nothing about the poem. She ain't saying nothing about Valentine's. She ain't saying nothing about nothing. She just, looks kind of funny, like she's in a half asleep all the time. Well, so I take her down to the movies where I get the first idea what's going on. Well, like I'm telling you, we're sitting in a movie, see? It's kind of a mushy picture, which I don't go for, but which Mabel thinks is wonderful.
No use, I tell you. What good is a man without the woman he loves?
Ronald.
What? What's that? No. It must be a dream.
Gee, he's a wonderful actor, ain't he?
Yeah.
No. You are real, aren't you? Tell me you're real.
Yes, my dear. I'm real.
But they told me you were drowned when the city of Peoria was torpedoed.
I'm here, my darling. What further proof do you need?
Oh, Cynthia. If you only knew how I've needed.
Oh, my darling.
Gee.
What?
I can't wait another minute.
Nothing.
Now that you're back, will you be mine?
Do you mean it, Ronald? After all I've been?
Oh, yes. Say you'll be mine.
But
Look,
Ronald,
this is where we come in. Let's go, baby.
Wait a minute, Joey. I want to see again how he says, will you be mine?
Baby, you've seen it once already. Let's go.
Oh, just a minute, can't you? Gee, this is a beautiful picture.
All right. You'll tell me after we get out.
This don't mean nothing to you, does it? To me, it's just like it was poetry or something.
Look, we better get out of here. Hey, what do you mean, like poetry?
Oh, you wouldn't understand, Joey. It's like, well, like something you read someplace.
Look, baby, we're talking too much for the people. Let's go out and
Gee,
then...
why should we have to go out? We're paid to come in just like everybody else did.
Sure, but it makes too much noise when we're talking.
I love you.
Hey, listen, who do they think they're shushing at?
All right, baby, come on.
Gee, they got some nerve. You can't even express an opinion no more without somebody trying to make trouble.
Look.
please be quiet so somebody can hear the picture.
Now, listen, you.
Yeah, Mabel, please, come on.
Oh, all right, come on. I said come on a long time ago already.
Mabel, what was you saying in there? Something about phones and all?
I didn't say nothing.
Something about phones and all?
I didn't say nothing. I didn't hardly say a word when all those white guys started in.
Yeah, I know. But you were saying something about phones. You've been reading poetry lately, is that it?
Well, yeah. Gee, Joey, I gotta tell you this. What happened to me about poetry. Wait a minute.
What?
I just want to look in the window here.
You buying a chair or something?
No, I'm just looking at furniture suits in case.
In case what?
Well, it's what I'm telling you about poetry.
Oh. Somebody's writing you poetry?
How'd you know?
Well, after all, you're talking about them, so I figure that's it. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
Who writes the poems to you, baby?
That's just the thing. I don't know, but I can tell you it's somebody who's crazy about me.
Yeah?
At first I was thinking maybe it was you sent it to me. There ain't no signature on it, see?
Well,
But then on second thought, I says to myself, Joey writing poems, that's a laugh.
Well, what's so funny about that?
Oh, you ain't seen this poem or you'll know what I mean. This is something, well, romantic and all that, and that ain't you.
No?
No. And then it only come to me in the movies back there like a flash.
What?
This ain't only a poem. It's also a regular proposal.
What is it?
A proposal. Somebody wants to marry me. A proposal.
Who proposed to you?
I don't know. Whoever sends me this poem. You see, I didn't get it at first, but it's just like in the movies just now. Will you be mine?
Listen, Mabel, talk English so I'll know what it's all about.
Will you be mine? That's what the man said in the picture, and what does it mean?
What?
It's just like you say, let's get married, only more refined.
Well, what's this got to do with the poem?
Don't you get it? That's just what it says in the poem. Will you be mine, my Valentine? So it's a proposal.
You mean in the poem?
How many times do I have to tell you? Gee, I can see you don't know nothing about poems. I say, I can see you don't know nothing about poems.
Yeah.
To you, something beautiful is a pair of silk stockings. Oh, it ain't your fault. You just got no sense of what's beautiful.
Now, wait a minute.
Well, would you ever think of proposing to a girl like that?
Propose? I never proposed to nobody.
See?
Yeah, maybe you're right. This poetry stuff. I guess it ain't my line. What can I do? Of course, I don't like this business. Mabel says I'm such a cluck who can't even write poems, but also I can't say nothing because I don't like the idea. She thinks it's a proposal, which I never figure she'll think it'll mean, which I don't.
I can't understand it. You just write, will you be mine, my Valentine? And it's a proposal?
Yeah. It's only after she sees this in the movies where the guy says the same thing and they're married.
You got nothing to worry about. She don't even know you wrote the poem.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's all right. She don't think I proposed, but how do I stand with her waiting around for her dream sweetheart to claim his bride?
What's that?
Well, that ain't my idea. That's what she tells me before I left her off last night at her house.
Dream sweetheart. Can you beat that? Well, maybe you'd better tell it was you wrote the poem.
What? And ever drag me off to a wedding? Oh, no, I ain't ready for getting married. There's a lot to it. Gotta figure some other way.
Joe. Hey,
Oh,
Joe.
look, it's Mabel's kid brother again.
What is this every day?
Hello, Joe. What do you know?
You're a scream, Sherman. What do you want to know?
Just paying your visit, Joe, old boy.
Listen, this ain't the kindergarten. You gotta be coming around every day. I told you I ain't got no 2 bits for you.
This is different today, Joe.
What now?
I got a business proposition for
I
you.
got no time for PS 86 business propositions. I gotta get out and hustle a living.
That's a laugh. All you do is sit around all day anyway.
Now, look, you better get out of here before I forget who you are, meaning Mabel's kid brother, and give you
And
the business.
look out now, Joe. Don't get tough.
Are you getting out of here?
All right, if that's the way you want to be, so I'll tell Mabel. So long.
Hey, wait a minute. Tell Mabel what? Wait a minute. Come here.
Oh, just tell her about who's been writing stuff to her, like poetry.
What? What do you know about that?
Oh, now you're interested, huh? So it's going to cost you 2 bits or else.
Or else what?
Or else I tell Mabel it was you who writ them poems. What do you say, Joe?
Sherman. That's blackmail.
Do I get the 2 bits or do I tell Mabel? That it ain't blackmail, Joe, because I'm only borrowing it.
Borrowed?
Yeah, for 100 years. Then you'll get it back.
You must be kidding, Sherman. I never write no poem.
No, then you got nothing to worry about. Joe the poet. His feet, Joe.
Hey, not so loud. Shh. I ain't saying I won't lend you the 2 bits. Sure, you can have it. Here, now.
Thanks, Joe.
You paying him off, Joe?
Sure, what else? He tells Mabel I'm a married man because Mabel don't give no for an answer.
Oh, you bet. Well, thanks for the dough, sucker. I'll be seeing you.
Yeah, and remember what you said now.
Oh, sure. You can trust me, Romeo. Will you be mine, my Valentine? Tell me you love me, darling. What?
So wait till I get a hold of you.
Come on, Romeo.
That is Mabel's kid brother, Sherman. I can see I gotta do something but quick. So I figure the only thing to do is to go up to Mabel's house and see if I can't get her to forget about the whole business. Well, we're sitting in the parlor, but it's the same Mabel like last time. Mabel,
What?
want to do something tonight?
Like what?
Oh, like another movie or something?
No.
You don't want to go to the movies?
No.
So what do you want to do?
Nothing.
What's nothing? You got to be doing something.
I'm thinking.
Oh. You mean about the guy who's writing your poems?
If you gotta know, yes.
Where's that going to get you?
What are you worried about?
Oh, look, Mabel. You ain't really going for a guy you never seen, are you?
Oh, what if I am?
Well, what about me? Don't I count for nothing?
Oh, sure, Joey. We'll always be good friends.
Good friends? You mean you're throwing me down for some guy you don't even know who he is? How do you know there even is such a guy like this who writes poems?
I suppose it's a ghost.
I mean, did you ever meet him?
Maybe I did, maybe I didn't.
Why don't you forget the whole thing, baby? Look, I bet you it's just a gag to start with.
You mean because somebody writes me something beautiful that you could never think of in a million years, it has to be a gag?
Oh, no, not that exactly, but I bet you there's something fishy about the whole thing.
When I want your opinion, I'll ask you. If you don't understand about something, then don't talk about it.
Well, how can you be so sure it wasn't me who wrote that poem? You say yourself it don't have no name on it.
How do I know you can even write altogether?
Now, wait a minute.
You can't tell it from the way you act.
What do you mean?
Any guy with 2 cents and who knows how to write can send somebody a Valentine on Valentine's Day.
Oh, you mean about that? Well, I just forgot, baby. You can't blame a guy if for once he forgets exactly what day is Valentine's Day.
So it ain't exactly the day, so it's a week after. It ain't what day that counts, it's what you say.
Well, what if I was to tell you?
Take this poem I got. It didn't come on Valentine's Day right on the nose. It was a couple days after. But that don't make no difference.
No. Just so long as it comes from somebody except me. Is that it?
Well, you don't have to get smart about it just because I got a proposal.
Who's getting smart? I'm just saying it's a fine thing that after you're going with a girl for a couple of years already, all it takes is a mushy poem and bang, you're out.
Well, what's mushy? You never even met it.
I don't have to. It's the principle that counts. So now I know where I stand.
What does that make me?
Nothing. But don't think I'm going to be around chasing after you. Not with you not even giving me a tumble.
Any guy who don't think enough of a girl to send her a Valentine on Valentine's Day don't get a tumble.
All right. All right. If that's the way you want it, all right. Good night.
Hey, Joe.
What?
Hello, Joe. I've been waiting for you.
What are you doing outside the door here, Sherman?
Waiting for you, like I say. Joe, I think maybe I need some more finance.
Now, wait a
The
minute.
price is suddenly jumping to $1/2. On a line, Romeo.
For what I'm thinking, they could give me the electric chair. But I get up $1/2, and that's that. I can see if I don't do something quick, not only I won't have no girlfriend, I'll be in a poorhouse, too. Well, the next day, I'm hanging around the coffee pot like always. Whole thing's getting me down.
Joe. Hey, Joe.
Oh, Mike.
How'd you make out with Mabel? Oh, no soap.
No, sir. Things are even worse than before.
Well, don't worry, because I got the answer right here. Wait, I sit down.
You got the answer.
Yeah,
You mean in the paper there?
right here in the Gazette. Let me see. Here it is. Listen to this, Joe.
I'm listening.
It says here, Dear Heartbroken. That's you.
What? What are you reading there?
Love advice by Miss Sally Dare. Listen. Dear Heartbroken, my advice to you is to write another poem to your sweetheart, in which the so-called dream lover withdraws his proposal. I'm certain she will then come back to you. What do you think of that?
I don't get it. And I don't like it. How come this Miss Sally Dare finds out about the poem and all?
I sent her a letter. Right here's the answer. I figure you need an expert, so here it is.
First off, I ain't going to do it. Whatever she says, because if one poem gets me in all this trouble, I don't need two poems. And second off, how come you're doing all this?
Well, I feel kind of responsible, Joe. After all, it's my idea in the first place.
Think I don't know that? You, a specialist on handling the women.
Ah, don't be like that, Joe. I didn't know it's going to turn out like this. And anyway, I got another idea to get you out.
Right now, I know all the ideas from you that I want to know.
Well, I'm telling you, I can get Dolly to fix this whole rap for you.
Dolly from Flatbush?
Yeah.
What's Dolly got to do with it?
Well, here's the idea. Dolly got a poem just like Mabel got. Ain't that right?
That's what you tell me.
All right. Dolly ain't married, is she?
Not to you, she ain't.
So that's it. I get Dolly to tell Mabel the whole story.
Oh, no, you don't. You've done enough without telling Mabel.
Not the real story. Dolly tells Mabel how she got a poem with a proposer like Mabel, and some screwball who's sending them out by the dozen.
Yeah.
She tells Mabel she'd better forget about it because it's just some nut who ain't responsible, see?
Yeah. Yeah, I see.
So what do you think? It can't miss, Joe.
You think Dolly will do it?
If I ask her, she'll do it.
Okay, then ask her. Ask her, Mike. Anyways, I don't think how things can get any worse. Well, we fixed the whole thing up. I'm going to get Dolly and Mabel down to the restaurant and buy them dinner. And then Dolly's going to get Mabel this story that Mike makes up and tell it to her, and that's that. Mike can't come because he's on the night shift, so I'm sitting in the restaurant with Dolly, who's a very fancy dish from Flatbush, waiting for Mabel to show up.
So, when's your sweetie coming in? I got a heavy day tonight, honey, and I can't be hanging around here, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, well, don't worry, Dolly. You know what you're supposed to do now, don't you?
You leave it all up to me, sugar. Dolly will fix everything.
Yeah, I can only hope it goes like we figure.
You know, it's very becoming to you when you're worried, sugar.
What do you mean?
I mean, it makes you look kind of, I don't know, kind of cute, if you know what I mean.
What?
I mean, the way you look, it's, well, it's like when Gary Cooper is when he's worried. In the pictures, I mean.
Yeah? It's the first time anyone tells me that. Gary Cooper, you say?
Well, Gary Cooper or Tyrone Power or somebody rugged like that. I mean, it's... Well,
Oh, yeah, wait a minute. I think I see it.
Who, sugar?
Mabel. Yeah, that's her. No, don't forget. Mabel! Hey, Mabel, over here.
Oh, hello, Joey. I'm a little late, ain't I? I got delayed in the beauty shop, and I could... Oh, didn't know you was having company.
Yeah, I asked her over special because you're coming.
I don't get it.
Yeah, Dolly, I want you should meet Miss Mabel Stuhler. Mabel, this is Miss Dolly Dunkel.
It's Dunkel, sugar. I'm glad to meet you, honey.
Hello.
Sit down, Mabel, sit down. Eat all you want because it's all on me.
Say, you're a real sport, ain't you, sugar?
Nobody ain't never called me no piker.
No?
Well, not lately, ain't.
Look, Miss Dunkel.
That's Dunkel, dearie.
Well, whatever your name is. You know Joey for a long time?
I could get to know him better, if you know what I mean.
I know what you mean, dearie. So I just thought I'll tell you about me and Joey being old friends.
What makes you think I'll be interested in that, honey?
Listen, I know your type.
Now,
What do you
look,
mean
girl.
you know my type? What do you think my type's anyway?
Now, wait a minute. You don't have to get...
Listen, you stay out of this, Joey. Listen, dearie, I don't mind that you're grubbing a free meal off of my boyfriend.
What do you mean, Robin? Say, are you trying to insult me?
No, Dolly, she's all the time kidding, Mabel.
When I'm kidding, I laugh.
Listen, I don't have to sit around here and be insulted, honey.
You don't see me keeping you, do you?
Now, Mabel.
That's what comes of trying to do somebody a favor who ain't big enough to appreciate nothing.
You're doing me a favor.
Not anymore, I ain't. I'm leaving right now.
Oh, Dolly, look, Mabel don't mean nothing. You got to
I'm
explain...
sorry, Joey, but I said for all I'm going to stand for.
Oh.
Goodbye, and if I never see you again, honey, it's too soon.
Now, why'd you have to go and hurt Dolly's feelings like that?
Well, she didn't have to go and make a play for you, did she?
She wasn't making no play, Mabel. She was just...
Well, whatever she was doing. Guess I got a right to be a little jealous, ain't I?
Jealous? You mean you was just being jealous? Is that it?
Sure, Joey. Ain't my fault if I like you, is it?
No. Sure it ain't. But, Mabel,
Yeah, Joey?
what about this poetry and all that? What about that guy who you say is going to marry you?
Oh, that. I was only teasing you, Joey. I didn't figure you'd right away get a girl like that. You never thought I was really serious about that poetry, did you?
Well, no, I guess not, but... Anyway, everything's all fixed up now, here.
What do you mean, Joey?
Well, I mean, you and me, of course, we're back together again, ain't we?
Oh, sure, Joey.
Gee, that's swell. Baby,
Yeah?
I brought along something for you. Sort of Valentine's Day, even if it is so late.
Yeah? Let me see. Gee, a package.
Open it up, baby.
Okay. Gee, I can hardly wait to see... Oh, Joey, you shouldn't have done it.
You like them, Mabel?
Like it? It's beautiful. Silk stockings. Gee, Joey, that's the nicest present you can get a girl.
So, you see, like I'm telling you, with some girls, homes maybe are all right. But with Mabel, and I bet you with 99% of all the women, stockings are safe all around. So that's what happens on Valentine's Day. And it all turns out all right, except for one thing. A Satan, 12 years old burglar Sherman I'll be paying off for the rest of my life. You see what I mean?
You have just heard another episode in the new radio serial Joe and Mabel, written by Irving Gaynor Nyman. In today's performance, Joe was played by Ted DeCorsia, Mabel by Ann Thomas, and Mike by Walter Kinsella. The supporting cast included Jackie Grimes, Gene Ellen, Joseph Curtin, and Helen Clare.